Warning: this video contains scenes of family drama. Viewer discretion is advised. I did not see this coming. I could not have predicted this.
이게 뭐야? 야, 너 아들 낳냐?
Hello, lovely people of the world.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
This is Justin and Sarah and baby Sabrina.
Say hi. Hi. Look. Baby. Hi.
In today's video, we'll talk about my latest encounter with my parents. We were filming this on February of 2020, but then the event that we'll be talking about took place on Christmas Day of 2019. At that time, Christmas of 2019, Sabrina's birthday was coming up shortly, and we want to give my parents an opportunity to come to Sabrina's 1-year birthday. So that's why we want to let them know about Sabrina so that they can think about whether they want to come to the birthday party or not. Today is Christmas morning and we're gonna spend the day with my mother-in-law. That's just myself, Justin, and my wife Sarah, and our baby Sabrina, and my mother-in-law. Because we already had a big Christmas celebration on past Saturday, so today it's gonna be just a small gathering, just a family. But before we do that, I'm gonna go over to my parents' house to deliver the good news. One of the YouTube commenters, Nikki Sanchez, has suggested that I take a printout of Sabrina's photo and frame it and wrap it like a Christmas gift and hand it over to my parents as a way to deliver the news that they're grandparents. So I actually thought that was a great idea, so I went and got these two photos printed. A newborn photo and more recent photo of me and Sabrina. And I bought one of these photo frames. It's on a hinge. I'll put it in, I'll wrap it with a wrapping paper and pretend it's a Christmas gift, and then make sure my mom opens it, because I don't want to just give it to my dad. He might just take and run and hide it somewhere before my mom sees it, because that's what happened last time. Alright, I'm just gonna put these photos in. Take this stock photo out. Put this one in. Alright, that one looks good. Make sure it's right side up. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Alright, it's ready. I'm gonna head on out. I'll be back in a bit. I'm bringing my gift inside my pocket right here. And zip it up.
You're listening to All Christmas Music on 95.9 CHFM.
I think I know exactly what their reaction is gonna be. My dad will just be quiet, keep his head down and let out a big sigh. And my mom's expression will be yelling, screaming, "How could you betray me? I raised you from my womb, I sent you to private school." She's gonna say all that, but I'm not gonna rebuttal her. Because it's the same thing that she says over and over again. There's no point trying to argue with her in any kind of logical sense or in any kind of rational sense.
이렇게 억지로 저거는 거.
왜 그런 여자하고 결혼을 해? 엄마가 너를 낳아서 키울 때는 엄마 허락도 좀 받아야 되는 거 아니냐? 네가 어디서 태어났어? 엄마 뱃속에서 태어났잖아.
So I'm just gonna say my line and bolt out. I'm just gonna ask them, how do you feel becoming a grandma and grandpa for the first time? And then I'm gonna invite them to Sabrina's 1-year birthday. And I'm gonna bolt out. I'm not gonna stay there to rebuttal You know, some people on YouTube say that I should just cut them out, but I'm not that cold-hearted. They're my parents, they raised me. Even though we don't agree on things, I can't just cut them out of my life. I would try to lessen the contact between them, but I can't pretend they don't exist. And a lot of people on YouTube are also saying that just give it time. They will eventually come around in time. The thing is, time is not on our side. My dad is 73 years old. My grandpa passed away at 76. So my dad has 3 years, give or take a few years, to live. And in past 8 years, he made one small baby step. 8 years ago, my dad was just as vocal as my mom on me not dating anybody else other than Koreans. My dad was very vocal about that. But 8 years later, now he has softened his stance, and he still did not show up to the wedding. He didn't come to baby shower or the 100-day celebration for Sabrina. My dad never attended any of those things. So he made one small baby step in 8 years, or should I say 73 years. How much of progression could he make in the next 3 years? Half of a baby step maybe? If I just let the time heal things, they're gonna pass away before it could happen. I really wanna do this for Sabrina because Sabrina deserves love from her grandparents. I walked into the house pretending I didn't bring anything, but when I had a chance, when both my mom and my dad were sitting down and we were having a conversation about North Korea or Trump or whatever we talk about, I gave the gift to my mom specifically. I handed it to her because I didn't want my dad to grab it and run up to his room like he has done in the past.
And hide it.
From
your mom.
Yeah.
야, 이게 뭐냐? 또 제가 지한테 선물을 받아서 그냥 집에도 되냐?
다 뜯어.
So what were you thinking that deep down when she said all that? You're like,
Yeah, I was thinking you're in for a surprise.
이게 뭐냐? 액자는 뭐냐 이게? 이게 뭐야? 야, 너 아들 낳냐? 딸이냐 아들이냐?
딸
언제 낳았어?
1월 16일.
야, 껌둥이 아니냐? 껌둥이가 아닌 것 같아요.
그래서 할머니 할아버지 된 기분이 어때?
안 좋겠어. 언제 낳냐?
1월 16일.
1월 16일. 어디 뭐 이상한 건 없냐? 건강하냐?
응.
And my mom was studying the pictures very intently. She brought the photos really close to her face and studying each little features.
누나가 코로나는 김치게 당했네. 야, 이분도 안 닮았다. 입이 커서 노래 잘 부르겠네.
At that point, I saw a ray of hope that she's gonna wanna see her grandbaby. And I took out my phone and showed her a video of Sabrina in her bathtub. My mom's reaction to the video was, she looks happy.
황민국의 상징이고. 지금 11개월 아직 한 살 안 됐어요.
누나 15개월 되니까 자전거 타고 다니고 너는 한 살 되니까 막 뛰어다니잖아. 이거 야, 누구 닮았냐?
밀고 다니는 거는?
야, 너 닮아야지 누구 닮냐?
제가 밀고 다니면 그렇으면 자기 혼자 밀 거라. 그렇지. 그렇게 하면서 걷는 거야. 그렇게 하면.
야, 걔도 너 닮았으면 됐어. 너 닮았으면 잘생겼겠다. 키도 크고.
But as soon as she stopped looking at the photos, she immediately closed the photo frame and she gave it to my dad and told him to hide it.
question now is, hide it from who?
뭐야?
So my dad hid it under a pillow.
Whose pillow?
We were talking in my old bedroom
Okay.
in my parents' house.
Okay.
So he immediately stuck it under my old bedroom bed pillow.
And then?
So then the question is, who are they hiding it from? Now that both my mom and dad knows about the
all
baby.
three of you know already, so what's the problem?
I did not see this coming. I could not have predicted this.
1월 18일 날 돌잔치 할 건데
말안 한다고 그래. 누나는 아직 결혼도 안 해. 이렇게 이뻐.
아빠는? 아빠도 오기 싫어?
아빠도 안
돌잔치 할 건데 지금 누나는 지금 그런 것 때문에 준비를 안 해가지고 지금
또 나도 얘기 안 해.
지금 껐다가면 그런 얘기만 하고 아무 신경 쓰지 않아.
준비야, 너도 만나지. 그만. 그냥 타겟세만 타지.
So it turns out they were hiding it from my sister. Both my mom and my dad were saying, don't tell this to your sister, not even through online, not even through email or text message. You know, don't tell her about this at all. So it turns out my sister is the big tyrant of the house. She's the one who's calling the shots.
This whole time?
Well, that's how it sounds like.
Or just
I don't know.
recently?
I don't know.
What the?
기대가 내 딸의 돌잔치 오기 싫어?
아, 싫어. 지금 나 정신적으로 고통스러워. 고통스러운 일. 그거 말고도
내 돌잔치 사진 할머니 할아버지 있으니까 더 좋지 않아? 나중에 커서도
지금은 기분은 절대로 우리 집
나중에 커서 일어나서 자기 할머니 할아버지는 왜 내 돌잔치 없냐고
그건 네가 알았어. 그 결혼도 네가 알았어 했잖아. 나는 이 여자가 결혼하는 거 절대 반대했다.
근데도 엄마 손녀도 싫어해? 보기 싫어?
그건 나중이지. 지금은 누나로서 큰일. 지금 우리 집에 지금 이것뿐이 아니야.
그럼 뭐
굉장히 초상나는
무슨 세상이냐는데
그렇지만 슬픈 일이야. 그러니까 그렇지만 네가 알아서 해.
무슨 슬픈 일이
뭐가 슬픈 일이겠냐? 누나가 70도 안 되고 그러는데.
나 진짜 하기 싫어하는 거지.
그럼 나하고 맨날 안 싸웠냐? 그게 초상난 거지 뭐야.
그래 언니가 뭐 스스로 뭐 돈 버는 거 있잖아.
무슨 돈을 벌어?
맨날
너는 너 인터넷에서 돈 벌어봤냐?
맨날 돈 벌잖아. 그래야지보다 지금 안 갖고 있는 거잖아.
내가 더 이상 묻지 말고 그냥 알아서 해.
근데 아빠가 혼자 너무 싫었어 그러면? 지금은
아빠도 좀 때문에 한 발짝도 못 걸어.
여기 아동
병원에서 수술해달라니까 수술도 안 해 지금.
한국에서 수술할 수도 있는데
근데 아빠 수술한 병원 아빠가 찾아보니까 그 병원 없어.
그럼 딴 병원 찾으면 되죠.
야 우리가 한국에 갔더니 어디냐?
나 4월 때 한국 갈 건데 같이 가면 되지 뭐.
아예 안 가. 니들끼리 갔다. 그래도 난 엄마 그런 여자가 결혼한 거 지금 난 지금도 난 너 얄미워 죽겠어. 그래서 그 여자는 어디냐? 네 와이프하고 그냥 한 번도 본 적이 없어. 그냥 얼굴이 지었거든. 근데 흐린 핑 흐린 나는 얼굴이 흐린 날. 네가 이런 거 알리면은 누나 약 올리는 거나 마찬가지니까 저도 얘기해.
요즘 엄마는 엄마 손녀 보기 싫어? 엄마 핑계?
지금은 안 봐.
엄마 핑계도?
아예 안 봐. 엄마 닮았냐?
항상 좀 그랬어. 당연히 항상 닮았으면 나다는 맨날 엄마 아빠 닮은 거. 엄마 손녀 이름 궁금하지도 않아?
아 궁금하지도 않아. 네가 뭐라고 쳤어?
세븐이나.
세븐나?
세븐이나.
세븐이나? 박세븐이나?
한국 이름은 상기.
이 뻥끗해.
알았지? 그거 꼭 머릿속에.
너 뻥끗대지 마. 누나가 너한테 해준 거 비하면은 누나 가슴 아프게 하지 마.
This whole time, my dad's excuse for not seeing Sabrina was, oh, you know how your mom is. She's gonna be mad if I go see Sabrina. And now that I told both my mom and my dad, their reaction is, oh, you know how your sister is. She's gonna be mad. So we can't go to Sabrina's birthday party. So my parents were saying that my sister is always throwing a temper tantrum about how she's unhappy with her life. And when she's unhappy, she makes sure that nobody in the house is happy. So this is not the first time this had happened. There's precedence here. Long time ago when I used to live in the same house as my parents and my sister, there are times that my sister would come home from work or come home from school, and one of her co-workers or classmate has said something that she didn't like, and she was unhappy, and she was screaming and throwing glasses, plates on the floor, breaking them, making sure that nobody in the house is happy. But my sister is not the first person in our house to throw plates and glasses on the floor. The first person in our household to do that was my mom.
So she took after your mom, is what you're saying?
I guess there was time when myself and my sister were maybe around 13 or 14 years old. We come home from school and we would find broken plates and glasses on the floor. We would see food smeared on the wall, and right underneath it there's a broken plate. So we can trace the steps of where the fight between my mom and dad took place. It went from on the kitchen table all the way to the living room, and you can trace the steps by all the debris on the floor or on the wall. So it kind of makes sense that my sister would do it, because she had done that before. She's older than me, and she's not very happy about how her life is going. She's still single, she doesn't have kids, and her career is not going as well as she hoped.
What does your sister do for work again?
Well, me and my sister both have the same degree at university. My sister and I, we both took computer science for our major. But she was a year ahead of me because she's older than me. But I always had better grades than my sister, even though we took the same classes.
How very humble.
Very humble. Of course, we didn't take the same class at the same time because she was a year ahead of me. And whenever she found out that I had a better grade than herself, she would get mad and throw a temper tantrum and make sure nobody in the house is happy.
So maybe don't get better grades than her then, to keep the peace.
I'm not totally surprised that that's what's happening with my sister. But what do you guys think? Do you think that's really happening? That it's my sister who's the tyrant of the house? Or do you think my parents are just using that as an excuse? Just like how my dad used to use my mom as an excuse.
So
Why?
now mom's using your sister as an excuse. That's funny.
But the thing is, I haven't had any contact with my sister for 2 years. Last time I saw my sister physically in face-to-face was 3 years ago. Last time I had text message exchange was 2 years ago. So I don't even know if my sister is still alive.
Oh, stop.
I had absolutely no contact with. Every time I go to my parents' house, my sister's bedroom is locked. And when I ask my parents, where's my sister? They would say she's sleeping, even though it's daylight, because turns out she likes to work late at night and she sleeps during the day. So what do you think?
Okay, they're your family, so you would know them best. What do you think?
Well, both make sense.
Based on the past, which one is more believable?
To me, they're both equally believable.
So maybe they're equally happening. The two of them could have easily just left the house, left your sister behind, and come see Sabrina.
My parents' argument is that if mom and dad had left the house to come see Sabrina, then after they come home, my sister would be asking questions, where were you? And then they would have to reveal the fact that, oh, because your brother has a baby daughter. And from then on, they expect temper tantrum coming from my sister, and the whole house would be unhappy. So do you think now, should I actually go to my sister and tell her that you have a niece?
Do you want her to throw plates and stuff and have your mom and dad clean up after her? You know what? I feel like she has the right to know as well. I feel like she's an adult. She should be allowed to make her own decision. But at the same time, it's your parents' home. If they feel like they would be able to live in peace with your sister and that your sister is better off not knowing, then I think we should just respect the rules of their home. Then why didn't you tell your parents? Okay, look, I will tell her about it.
But should I actually do it or not? That's my question.
I think you should tell your parents about it. Say, you better tell her or I will. Just go like that.
My prediction to their response, if I were to do that, would be give it a time. You know, nothing happens overnight. Something like, and then 5-10 years will go by and nothing would happen.
And at the same time, she's not getting any younger. She's
Right.
growing really, really fast. So you don't want you kind of want to give your sister the opportunity to decide on her own. Kind of same with your mom. Or you know what I mean? Your dad said nothing happens overnight. Don't tell your mom about this. And then now you told your mom. Who pushed you to tell your mom? Did you listen to your dad? No, you did whatever you felt was right. So I feel you should do what you feel is right. But don't listen to me. Like I said, follow your instinct, your gut feeling. She's playing with you. You're trying to push Papa away. Don't say hello, Papa.
Anyway, I'm a little conflicted on what to do. Should I just let it be and don't tell my sister? Or should I tell my sister that she has a niece?
How are you planning to tell your sister she has a niece anyway?
I don't have any contact with my sister at this point. But what's surprising is that, is it really true that none of them have seen our YouTube channel? Are they pretending they're finding out about Sabrina for the first time?
I have no idea. Like I said, they're your parents. You would know them better than anybody, so I cannot tell you what I think.
Well, my mom and dad would not watch YouTube, but I'm sure my sister would. But I'd be surprised how she wouldn't have come across it.
Just let her climb.
What do you guys think? Do you think they will show up at Sabrina's 1-year birthday? Leave your prediction in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share.
If you haven't already.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Justin Sarah Park. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Love with Standards, for all your love. We love you guys so much, and we really appreciate every single one of you for your continued love and support towards our channel and towards our family. Thank you for your compliments, for your kind words and prayers and blessings upon our lovely little girl Sabrina. So yeah, thank you. Mwah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bree, say bye.
We both took computer science. We both took computer science as major.
Compute silence. We both took compute silence.
My sister and I.
Cat. Got the cat. Hi, cat. Hi, cat. Hey. Bree, say hi. Look. Sabrina. Hi. Hi. Just like
She's selling them.
$5, $10.
Be sure to like, subscribe. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Pay. Whoa. Crew's over there. Or not. Are you having fun? Are you having fun, baby? Yes. You love Papa's ear.